Hi everyone, my name is Tara Aspal and today is Tuesday, which means it's time to discuss our book of the week, which is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. First, this is a spoiler-free section, so if you haven't read this book yet, don't worry about it, it won't be spoiled for you here. There will be some spoiler-related things that I want to discuss, but that'll be later on in the video and you will get plenty of warning. If you'd like to join in on any of the discussions, send me your thoughts, comments, or even a short video clip of you discussing the book, then I'll list the next upcoming 4 books in the description below. I ended up rating this book 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was sweet, charming, and in my opinion it had a really satisfying ending, but unfortunately it just didn't pull me in the way that I'd hoped. It had a lot of elements that I would usually really love, like witches and magic and a cozy atmosphere, but it just, I don't know, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I expected to. Okay, so quick summary. This book follows Belladonna Blackthorn. She is a witch who is trying to balance her job at a small bookstore with a toxic boss and trying to hide her witchcraft from the world. Basically, she's exhausted and she's lost her spark, both magically and emotionally. Then her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a challenge that could cost her magic forever if she can't prove herself worthy. If I had to compare this to any other book, I'd probably say something like Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. It definitely has a similar sort of cozy vibe, and also it has more of a focus on the characters and the atmosphere rather than any sort of big battle or adventure. That said, Rewitched is definitely more naive, and not in a bad way, just that it's much simpler, more whimsical, and doesn't dig as deep into the world building or the conflict. It's got that cozy candlelit vibe with a focus on everyday magic and a character who is more real person trying to cope rather than powerful chosen one. I think the thing that worked best for me was the tone. I think that she did a great job of capturing this modern witch in the city vibe. It balances the reality of mundane life with magical responsibility. And the setting, especially the bookshop, gave cozy autumn vibes throughout. I think that this theme of burnout and self-worth was explored really well. Belle is often tired, overwhelmed, and is questioning her value, and I think that that can be really relatable if you're someone who has ever felt stuck or felt like you've lost your spark with something that you've loved. There's a strong message of balance and rediscovering joy, and I think that that really resonated with me. And I think it would with a lot of people. Whether or not they would admit that is a different matter. Now, where it lost me a little was the pacing. Not that it was particularly bad, but it was quite slow. It felt like not much happened for quite a stretch of the story, and I just found myself waiting for something more exciting to happen. When the plot does move, it is good, but it just feels like there's a section in the middle that drifts before it picks up again towards the end. I did like the main character, however, I didn't always find her the most relatable. I mean, if I ever found out that I had magical powers, I would be using them constantly. So while I did like her, I did find myself wishing she was a little bit more confident and impulsive. The writing style itself was very easy to read. It was accessible, warm, and comforting. It didn't blow me away, but it worked perfectly for this story. And that ending was great. I mean, I did see it coming, but I don't know, I think it still felt really satisfying. So, as for the question, would I recommend the book? Yes, I would, but with the caveat that you know that it is a cozy, slow burn fantasy. Like, if you're expecting a fast-paced, twist-heavy fantasy, then this might not be it. But if you're looking for something soft, witchy, and comforting, then this one's absolutely worth a read. It's cozy and comforting, perfect if you're looking for something a little more gentle. So will I be reading any more by Lucy Jane Wood? Yes, I would. This is the first book I read by this author, and I can see the potential for really enjoying some of her other books. I think that her ability to write such cozy atmospheres and down-to-earth characters really stands out. So earlier on in the video I said that you get plenty of warning for any upcoming spoilers. This is that moment, so if you haven't read this book yet I would suggest going doing that first, because beyond this point there will absolutely be spoilers. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's going on with this look. It's not my favourite. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I actually liked how everything wrapped up in the end. I mean, I did manage to guess at the ending, but I don't know, I think it was still really satisfying and I think it still really worked. I think one of my favourite parts was watching Belle rebuild that relationship with magic. I think even despite someone messing with them and blocking her spells, it was not just about the spells and the coven, but it was also about self-trust. I just wish that the middle section had more momentum, maybe more scenes with the coven or more of a deeper exploration with Rune. There was definitely some chemistry there and I wouldn't have minded if that had developed a little further. Still, I loved the tone and the ending enough that it left me smiling, even if at times it was a little slow. So overall, Rewitched gets 3.5 stars from me. It was warm, cosy, and the perfect read for autumn. The story was a little slow, and the story was quite simple. However, I think it had heart, charm, and magic. But let me know what you thought. Did you enjoy the book? Next week, we're discussing Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, so don't forget to get your thoughts and comments in by Sunday the 9th of November at the latest to be a part of the discussion. You can now do this on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram or Discord. The following week we'll Let's Split Up, but don't forget if you do need a little bit longer to read a book, we do now list the next 4 books down below along with the discussion dates. That way you can choose the genre that best suits you and the best time frame to read it in. Thank you all for joining, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, it's always appreciated, and I will see you next week. Bye! If you like romance, fantasy, or even thriller, basically anything fiction book related, then I suggest you head on over to the channel's intro video, where you can find out more information on how you can take part in this online book club. We announce books at least 4 weeks in advance, and we accept your bookish feedback in a wide manner of ways. Post your comment below video, send in a voice note, or even send me a short video clip of you discussing the book. Alternatively, you can just send me a direct message.